everybody. We have Chrissy Koach with us, and we're going to do a quick interview here. How are you feeling about the upcoming election and your involvement with the Malice Towards None initiative? I know that you were involved with Bravery Angels. That's an organization that's focused on bridging the gap between right-leaning people and left-leaning people. And you have a special initiative called With Malice Towards None. Can you maybe say the quick and dirty about this initiative? Why do you feel that it's important? What it's intended to do towards this upcoming election?
Sure. With Malice Toward None, and I'm not at all the expert, but it came out quite a while ago, and it's basically a voluntary pledge that no matter how the election turns out, that you will, I might not have it right, but the way I interpreted it was that I will not be ugly about it. I will accept the results and continue to strive to love my neighbor, whether they voted for the person in office, whether I voted for the person in office or not.
Yeah, and I really like what you said there about not being ugly. I mean, I feel like 2020 could definitely be defined in many ways as the year of the somewhat ugly. Yeah. Can you share with us, have you ever experienced, like public discourse has become increasingly polarized in the last 10 years, call it 10, 20 years. Did you lose any friends or family over politics in recent years?
We did lose we lost some relationships temporarily. And it was not directly related to the election, but it was behind the reason that I ended up voting for Trump was the direction that the country was going with regard to identity politics and gender identity, and the emphasis on really identity politics was starting to overwhelm us. We have been able to reconcile with the people that, for the most part, we've just kind of, I think, agreed to disagree and not talk about those things when we're together, and prioritize the things in common and the people in common that we love instead of the areas of disagreement.
I think that's a big thing, to agree to disagree. It used to be, I feel, pretty normal in the United States. You'd have a good political argument and then you'd meet for beers, the game, barbecue, whatever the case may be. It seems to be less and less of a thing. How do you feel this with Malice Towards None? If I'm feeling kind of ostracized or very, very angry at members of my congregation or my college group or whatever the case may be, do you think with Malice Towards None could help me with that a bit?
I think it's wonderful. I think it would be a great help in terms of religious organizations. As a Christian, and I think any organization that sees a higher power, those are the groups where they have that in common. Those are the groups that I think have the greatest capacity to have honest dialogue and still be able to love each other, as walk out the doors and still love each other, and have all those other things in common, all that other common ground. Whereas, my neighbor, we might both love the same sports team or the same, recipes, or we might both be master gardeners, but people who share a faith or a really significant, really, really involved in a significant organization together, they have that foundation that could really hold them together despite their disagreements on certain political issues.
Mm-hmm. And to summarize, I think it's fair to say that 2020 was kind of a wild ride.
Very.
We're coming up on the end, right? The elections are just around the corner, November, soon after, just before we have Halloween and Easter's coming up. The year's practically wrapped up. What do you wish for the American people, for America, for the new year?
I do just indeed wish that with Malice Toward None. I live in a very, very progressive area. I live in the Washington, D.C. area, and I'm very small town girl roots, very conservative upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
And while I think I'm probably among the most liberal in my old neighborhood, I'm still quite conservative compared to others. And I've really been in a lot of intense dialogue with people, media, the social media. And this past week, I was so encouraged because some people, instead of arguing about the politics, they started post, like, because I've repeatedly not argued. I've really tried to speak my conviction without being hateful, speak my conviction without being vitriolic or cruel. And this past week, there were two neighbors, and these are people I've never met. They're just people that, you know, live here. And I actually have made some friends. People have private messaged me, but and then we meet and become friends. But these particular two people posted some videos of I guess there are two men running for governor in Utah, opposing parties, and they made a pledge to not be ugly about it. And I should send you those links that I found, but that so encouraged my heart that they would want to talk about the issues and the policies as opposed to attacking each other to get the position. And another post that was sent was an article about these two neighbors, and one neighbor had a Biden-Harris sign up, and another neighbor had Trump-Pence sign up. And right beside each of their political signs, they had homemade signs that said, "We heart," and then an arrow pointing to their other neighbor. And I just sat and stared at that picture for many, many seconds, much longer than you would need to. And I just kind of prayed this little prayer, like, God, let it be. Let it be that. Let us love the people, even though we don't agree with the policies, because these are the people that breathe the same oxygen as us. These are the people we talk to over the fence. So my greatest hope would be a realization that there are humans, for people to be able to realize there are humans on the other side. And sometimes they would not say to someone that they love the things that they would say to the person they don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense, but someone does love that person, and someone that they love could be verbally assaulted. And just to practice that restraint, I would love that.
For sure. I'm into that. The silver rule.
Yeah.
Don't do unto others what you don't want done to you.
Yeah.
Let's hope we'll manage that in 2021, America. Thank you very
Let's
much,
hope.
Chrissy Koach. Thank you for
welcome.
your time, and I really look forward to meeting you with Malice Towards None. I hope all of our viewers will be enticed to come along if you're part of a community of faith or of any other kind of social organization. Please hop on with Malice Towards None on the Braver Angels website, and hopefully we'll help you mend some of these angry relationships. Have a beautiful, beautiful year, and a happy election.
Thanks.